I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will learn how to solve linear systems when fractions are involved. The strategy is get rid of fractions, right? Now the question here is solve the system of equations using elimination. Two equations given to us are t minus 5 divided by 3 plus w plus 1 divided by 2 equals to 1, and t minus 1 divided by 5 plus w plus 2 divided by 3 equals to 1. We need to solve this linear system. As you can see, it has fractions involved. So the strategy to solve such questions is to get rid of fractions. How do we do that? We need to multiply by lowest common multiple, correct? So the strategy, let me write down clearly. Strategy is get rid of fractions. So how do we get rid of fractions? Times lowest common denominator. That is the strategy, right? So what I'm trying to say here is equation number 1 given to us is t minus 5 over 3 plus w plus 1 over 2 equals to 1. Lowest common denominator is 6, 3 times 2. So this equation we are going to multiply by 6. And the second one we are going to multiply by 5 times 3, 15. In that case, we'll get rid of fractions, right? So let us see how. So if you multiply every term by 6, what do you get in this equation? You get, so that gives you 6 times t minus 5 is good to put them in brackets, divide by 3, right? Plus, we are doing 6 times w plus 1 divide by 2 equals to 1 times 6, you can write here, correct? Now you can see 3, 6 cancels, giving us 2 here, and 2 times 3 is 6. So effectively, you could write this as 2 times t minus 5 plus 3 times w plus 1 equals to 6, right? Sometimes we also call this technique as cross multiplication. You're multiplying t minus 5 by 2, w plus 1 by 3, right? And 1 by lowest common denominator 6. Now in this equation, we do not have fractions. That's the beauty. Let's expand and simplify. So we have 2t minus 10. Don't forget to multiply 2 by minus 5 plus 3w plus 3 equals to 6. Rearrange. So we have 2t plus 3w equals to 6. Bring 10 to this side, 3 to this side, which is 6 plus 10, 16, minus 3 is 13. So you get your first equation as 2t plus 3w equals to 13, right? Let me write this as equation 3 for us. We'll use these as equation 1 and 2. The original equations given to us, okay? Now you can actually pause the video, multiply the second equation by 15, get a linear equation without fractions, solve them by method of elimination, get your answer, and check your answer. Here I'll continue. So let's multiply this by 15. I'll use this technique of cross multiplication. That means 3 times t minus 1 plus 5 times w plus 2 equals to 1 times 15. So that is 3t minus 3 plus 5w plus 10 equals to 15. 3t plus 5w equals to 15, take away 10 plus 3. So 3t plus 5w equals to 5 plus 3 is 8, right? So we get our equation number 4. And equation number 4 also does not have any fractions. Now what should we do for elimination? We have to have same coefficients, correct? So we can make coefficients of t as same. So in that case, let us times this equation by 3 and this equation by 2 to eliminate t, okay? So next step, we'll do 2 times equation 4. That will give us 2 times equation 4, 6t plus 10w equals to 16. And on this side, we will do 3 times equation 3. So we'll do 3 times equation 3. So multiply everything by 3, okay? So that gives us 6t plus 9w equals to 39, right? Now compare these two equations. Let's call them equation number 5 and 6, right? So let's call this as equation 5 and this as equation 6. To solve, we could do equation 6 minus equation 5. So at this stage, we'll do equation 6. Well, let me write down here, equation 6 minus equation 5. Okay, so 6 minus 5. 6t minus 6t is 0, and 10w minus 9w is w. So we get w equals to 16 minus 39. Is it okay? And w equals to 16 minus 39. You can use calculator, minus 23. Right. So that is what you get for w. So minus, this is a bigger number, 39 minus 16 is 23. Since we know what w is, we can find what t is from one of our equations, correct? So we can substitute this value of minus 23 and get the value for t. So let's substitute in equation number 4. You could use any. So equation number 4 is 3t plus 5w equals to 8. So in this particular equation, we'll write w as minus 23. So we have, let me rewrite here, 3t plus 5w, 5 times minus 23 equals to 8. So that gives us 3t equals to 8 plus 5 times 23. Let's use calculator. 5 times 23, 115, plus 8 gives us 123. So t is 123 divided by 3. So we'll divide this by 3. So the answer is 41, correct? So we get the answer for t as 41. Okay, let's write down our answer. So the solution here is t is equals to 41 and w is equals to minus 23. So I'd like you to do these calculations, find the answer. Once you have the answer, it's a good idea to check also, correct? So let us check our solution. In the test, if you get time, you should definitely check. Otherwise, you can just approximately see, right? For example, if I substitute 41 here, okay, let's check. 41 minus 5 over 3 plus minus 23 plus 1 over 2. 41, let's use calculator. 41 minus 5 is 36. Divide by 3 is 12. So we get 12 here. And here we have minus 23. That means 11 here, right? So minus 11, that is indeed 1. So the solution is correct, right? Equals to 1. Similarly, you can substitute placing this here and check your answer, right? It's a good idea. Anyway, you understand this strategy. The strategy here is get rid of fractions, which you can by multiplying each term by lowest common denominator. So once you have two linear equations, you can adopt your standard techniques to solve. It's a good idea to check your solution also if time permits in test paper. I'm Anil Kumar, and I hope these tips help you to do better in your test. Thank you and all the best.